Hello, my friends. This is Jeannie. Welcome back. If you are a first-time visitor, welcome and thank you. So I thought I would share with you some fun, kind of vintagey type finds that I have been accumulating over the past, I would say, 2 months. I have been bouncing around to different yard sales, craft sales, estate sales, to the local Goodwill, the local Savers. I found a local thrift shop, new to me anyway, run by a church. Found quite a few books there. That was a fun stop. I have collected some things which would be fun for junk journals, making ephemera, and other types of projects that I enjoy doing. So I thought I would share that with you. Most of these items, if not all of these items, were like ridiculously cheap. And when you see the condition of some of them, you'll understand why they were ridiculously cheap, if not free. But I thought I can salvage some of it. And why not, right? So let's start with this cute little book of money receipts. I got this at a craft sale. I think it was like 25 or 50 cents. And it is a used book, but it's an older book. And these are just receipts. Nothing special here except that it feels old. I don't know how old this is. There's some writing here. I don't know how old this is, but it has a 19 there. So we know it's from like 19 something, right? And it feels vintagey, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean when I say it feels vintagey. And it looks it. So even if it's not, the fact that it looks it, I thought it would be fun to make ephemera using this. So I picked that up, and for the price, why not? This was another fun find. It's a book of stories. I don't know how many stories are in here, but what I loved about this book was the illustrations. Now, here are the names of the stories: Red Riding Hood, The Three Bears, and Snowdrop. I don't know what that means. As opposed to Snow White, Snowdrop. So I would love to know what year this book is, but I can't seem to find a year in it. But as I said, the reason I bought it was because I love the illustrations. And look at these. They're beautiful. Look at how gorgeous. The old woman lacing Snowdrop's bodice. Snowdrop. Is that supposed to be like a spin off or a play off Snow White or Sleeping Beauty, maybe? I don't know. But here's the three bears. Look at these illustrations. Absolutely gorgeous. Love this. Would love to make an entire journal just revolving around these images. Absolutely gorgeous. Really pretty. Look at that. So the gentleman who was selling this had quite a few of them, like 5 or 6. I just bought the one. Didn't want to get too much of any one item. No need to accumulate. I'm trying to stop the buying multiples and just buy what I need. Let's see how long that lasts. This was fun too. This is called the Treasure Chest Community Songster. This was 25 cents, and you'll see why. It is in terrible condition. It's like not even, it doesn't even have the staples in the middle that hold the book together, and a lot of the pages are watermarked or water stained. But I do love the aged color of the paper, and I can definitely cut these apart and use those parts of the paper that are still good and salvageable. And there's plenty here that can be salvaged to make ephemera or tags, envelopes, you name it. But how fun is this? I mean, it's in pretty bad shape though. Look at that. That's pretty bad. But bought it nevertheless because I thought it was a lot of fun. And I was trying to find a year. I did find a year of this. Well, it says copyright 1936. So I don't know if that means this is 1936, but copyright 1936, printed in the USA. So there you go. Fun book, easy to use. Here is another fun book. I love this. It's called Modern Masters. Modern from European and American Collections. The Museum of Modern Art, New York, 1940. So how fun is this? I love, again, this is another one of those. I got it because I love the illustrations. This is copyright 1940 by the Museum of Modern Art, printed in the United States. So, isn't that gorgeous? Love these. She's a cutie. But I absolutely love the illustrations in this book, which is why I decided to get it. I mean, if I see a book and I pick up a book and order like a billion ideas run through my head, then I know that's a book that I want to get. When I picked this book up, I had so many ideas for so many projects that I absolutely had to have it. Here is the Golden Book, Storytime Tales, 40 Favorite Stories. And I did find a date for this. It was 1962. And the illustrations are absolutely gorgeous. Aren't they beautiful? Look at these. Absolutely gorgeous. What a fun book. The Tinder Box. Look at this. That is one book I dog. Never worked and never will. Fun's The Cottontail and the Jackrabbit. So a lot of great stories in here, a lot of great illustrations. I thought this would be a lot of fun. The Owl and the Pussycat. It's absolutely gorgeous. So pick that up. This was a fun find. It is Antique French Jumping Jacks. These are 11 easy to assemble toys that move, as produced by the Imagerie Pellerin at Ep.1. So basically, this is almost like paper dolls. This is copyright 1978. So here it tells you instructions on how to put these together. But what these are, aren't they gorgeous? These are basically, I would say, paper dolls that you would cut out and you would put together to create moving dolls. So these are fun. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. You have some ink staining here, but it doesn't seem to be affect any of the dolls themselves. I have to tell you though, my daughter absolutely hates this book. It 100% creeped her out. But I thought it was such a great book, and I got it for $1. So hey, not bad, right? That's that one. Here's another one I got from the same table. This one is a Western frontier town. 10 picturesque full-color buildings in HO scale. I don't know what HO scale is, but I just love the idea of putting these together or using them to create scenes in a journal or other projects. So here's one put together. How fun is that? You can make like entire little towns here. Look at this. That's the drugstore. But these are awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And it's super thick paper, so these are pretty sturdy. So that's the Cut and Assemble, a Western Frontier Town. Here are more music books. This one's Tear Jerkers Everyone Loves. And I love these images up front. This says price 60 cents except Canada. So the pricing tells you a lot of when it's from. Let's see if we can find. It does have a copyright date here, but it's in Roman numerals, and don't ask me what it means. That's the copyright. I'm just not that good, that well versed with Roman numerals, but look at the pricing on the back of this and the advertisement. That pretty much should tell you just how old this is. But I love, love, love it. Again, old-timey. By old-timey, I mean vintagey, right? Music-looking, not music-looking, vintage-looking music sheets. How fun would these be? And what I would do is I would scan these and print them over and over and over again and use them in my journals. So here's another one. This one is called Breeze Easy Method for Trombone. This is a music lesson book. 1958, Warner Brothers Inc. So actually this one, I remember I got this one for $1 at a local church thrift store. New to me. It's probably been there for years, but I've just never noticed it before, and came across it. I was with my mom. We were just driving around trying to find some new places to shop, and noticed this little thrift store tucked away in a little corner, and each of these books was $1. I didn't mind paying the $1 because it was a church thrift store. And this is 1958, and it's called Breeze Easy Method 1, Trombone. It's another instructional book. And here's Old Favorite Irish Songs, The Irish Cottage. Now, I did pick up, let me tell you, at this church thrift store, I picked up quite a few books too, and I picked up so many books that they gave me like 2 or 3 of the books for free. And then each of the books, they were all hardcover books, and each of the books, like the hardcover books were I think $1 or $1.50. I forget which, but relatively inexpensive. I picked up this one book. I don't have it with me. My husband has it. It was it's an illustrated kind of, if you're familiar with the Lord of the Rings, there was this illustrated book about the hobbits, and it turns out the minute he saw that book, he just about fell out. It was published sometime in the I want to say 70s. I could be wrong, but it's an older book. It was in great shape. The only thing is missing, it's its jacket. It doesn't have the dust jacket. But he did a little bit of research on it, and it turns out the book is worth like $50. So that was a good find, and more than made up for the total of maybe $10-15 that I spent thrifting that day. But this was a fun. I picked up a bunch of these. Oh my gosh. Let me show you. 2 of these poly pigtails. They are in terrible shape. 1954. But I absolutely love, love, love the illustrations, and definitely can use this in different ways to create ephemera or do some collaging in my journals. The pages, I mean, it's literally, look, it's falling apart. The pages themselves are, you know, not anything you would be able to use on their own, because like they're really they wouldn't stand up to constant use, but you can definitely back them by gluing them onto a more sturdier paper. Look at this, to create collages or envelopes or ephemera. So, oh gosh, you know, these books were destined for the trash. So I thought that I would kind of repurpose them as best I can to make ephemera and other collages and fun items. But definitely not going to be lasting too much longer. This one's February 1955. This one is February 1954. So pretty beat up books. This was cute. Is Compact, a Young People's Digest, and this is from February 1958. And again, I love the illustrations in this book. Look at this, how fun. Love the illustrations in the book. My mother and husband thought I was absolutely insane buying these books, because I mean, as far as they're concerned, these books should be in the trash and not me paying even though I paid like not much for them. Not much was still too much in their eyes, because these books are so beat up. They didn't get that I wanted to repurpose a lot of these books and kind of save them as best I can by reusing them. And they didn't get it at all. They just thought I was absolutely insane. So I got a lot of these Calling All Girls books. I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 books. And they are from July 1957. Well, it starts in October 1955 all the way to July of 1957. So how fun are these illustrations? Look at that. Great little books. Fun, fun, fun. 35 cents. Story Comics Things to Do. How a 12-year-old girl spelled her way to fame on TV's $64,000 question. Fun. This cover's pretty beat up. The Riddle of Rose Hill, a thrilling mystery series. Easter fashion preview. 35 cents for this. Look at the comic strips. Might be fun to read. Here's another one. I mean, just the covers alone are absolutely gorgeous. Look at this one. Are your parents a problem? I don't know. Are they? Fun. This one is Natalie and Lana Wood, the story of Hollywood's newest sister act. So great illustrations, some fun stories to boot, all fun covers. So that's why I picked them up. So that is that. Now I'll share with you some of the hardcover books that I picked up. And these books are in really rough shape. And the only reason I bought them was I was looking for covers. If the covers were in pretty decent shape and something that I can repurpose in a junk journal, then I picked them up. I mean, otherwise these books I'm sure would have all been destined for the trash. This one is called The Diamond Cave Mystery. Fun. Look at the back of the book. Look at the front of the book. That would make an awesome junk journal or journal cover. The paper is so frail. Look at this. Like, even look at how frail it is. This is falling apart. This is 1956. So I got a stack of 4 of them for $3. Right? Is it 4 of them? 1, 2, 3, and the one I'm showing you now, 4. So, and he didn't care for the books at all. He had them laying on the ground. So that's why I say it was destined for the trash. Because if he actually cared about them, I don't think he would have kept them on the ground the way he did. Like everything he was interested or that he really assigned value to was sitting on top of his table, and everything he didn't assign value to was under the table. So I'm definitely going to repurpose these covers in a journal of some sort. Here is Trixie Belden and the Mystery Off Glen Road. Right? Fun. And I mean, this one's in really bad shape. 1959. Actually, 1956. It was gifted to someone in 1959, but it's copyrighted in 1956. Look at that. Fun book. Here is the Bobbsey Twins. I was excited about the Bobbsey Twins. The Bobbsey Twins at the Seashore. Isn't that cover beautiful? Look at the back and front. I think that would make an awesome journal. This was gifted to someone in 1964 from Auntie Dot and Uncle Lloyd to Diane, Christmas 1964. How awesome is that? The Bobbsey Twins. Fun. Here's another Bobbsey Twins. This is, again, this is to Diane from Auntie Dot and Uncle Lloyd. Christmas gift, 1963. How fun. So delicate. The paper is so just frail and brittle. But the illustrations are fun. Okay, and then I found this one. I love this cover. Donna Parker, Special Agent. Look at this cover. Isn't that gorgeous? Again, Diane. This is to Diane from Auntie Dot and Uncle Lloyd. Seems like every Christmas, happy reading. Diane was lucky enough to get a book. And this one, the copyright is in Roman numerals, but it was gifted in 1967. How fun. Look at the illustrations. So much fun. Love that. Then this one is called, I thought this would be fun to make patriotic type journal for July, like maybe a July daily. Under Dewey at Manila. Old Glory series by Edward Stratemeyer. I'm going to research this one a little bit though first because I'm not too sure about it. It says here 1899. I don't know how correct that is, but that's really old, isn't it? I don't know. I have to do a little bit of research. I just don't think that it's that old and still look this good. I don't know. But I don't see any other date. And it says Charlie from Uncle something and Aunt Ida. Christmas $18.99. Can you see that? That's amazing. Let's see. Let's find an illustration in here. So what a great book. And if it's actually from $18.99, what an awesome book. So old and still in great shape. Wow. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. So this book I'm going to research a little bit. The cover is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. It almost looks painted on. So definitely going to research this one a little bit more. And then finally, I picked up this baseball book. I just love the cover. Baseball's Hall of Fame by Ken Smith. This is, look at the price. $10. I didn't pay $10 for this. I paid $1. The person, oh here, 1966, who was selling the book, has I think he said he has a bookstore. So every year he attends this craft fair and he brings some of his books to sale. I guess these are the ones that didn't do well or didn't sell, but there's no way I would pay $10 for the book. I mean, it's fun and all, but not $10 fun. But what a great little book. I thought this would be a fun book to make a journal with, like a baseball, a sports themed one. So those, I think, yeah, that's my entire... I have some other items, magazines and whatnot, but I think I'll do that in a separate video, just because I think I'm almost 30 minutes on this one. So let me know what you think about this type of video. I don't mind filming and showing these items. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. For a lot of people, they're just old books, but for me, these are so much more than just old books. I don't know, there's something about old books that they just call to me. So I have quite a collection of them, and for the longest time I stopped buying them, but all of a sudden I got that calling again to go out and look for them. So this was just one bag. I have another bag, and I also have some old magazines and catalogs, which is just awesome. So maybe I'll film that in a separate video. In the meantime, I hope that you enjoyed this at least a little bit. If not, that's okay. I appreciate you watching. I will catch you all in the next video. If you are new to my channel and you like what you see, definitely subscribe. Come back and visit me, my friends. I will catch you all in the next video. Until next time, bye-bye.